Juneteenth, a celebration of independence, is also known as Freedom Day, Emancipation Day, Jubilee Day, and Black Independence Day, celebrating the freedom of more than 250,000 enslaved persons in Galveston Bay, Texas. The Emancipation Proclamation, signed on January 1st, 1863, succeeded by the 13th Amendment, officially ended slavery, freeing all enslaved persons except in Galveston Bay, who were enslaved for an extra 2.5 years until freed by Union soldiers armed with Executive Order Number 3, announcing the end of the Civil War and the end of slavery. On June 19, 1865, African Americans celebrated the first Juneteenth with prayer, feasting, music, and dance, and immediately thereafter sought to unite families, establish schools, run for political office, promote radical legislation, and sue slaveholders for compensation. Juneteenth honors the culture and achievement of African Americans. Early Juneteenth celebrations were held at churches or out in rural areas around rivers and creeks for fishing, horseback riding, and barbecues. Families came together, read passages from the Emancipation Proclamation, held religious services, and would make a pilgrimage to Galveston Bay. Today, Juneteenth, a day of national pride, is celebrated with prayer, dance, block parties, African drumming, parades, festivals, music, storytelling, barbecues, and other family activities. The presence of red foods and drinks at barbecues symbolizes resilience. Further, the focus and purpose of Juneteenth, then and now, is to promote cultural awareness and community cohesion. Juneteenth is celebrated in many cities throughout the U.S., including Florence, Alabama, Flint, Michigan, Atlanta, Georgia, New York City, and other major cities in Texas, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Louisville, Kentucky, and Annapolis, Maryland. On June 17, 2021, President Biden signed the Juneteenth National Independence Act, a bill proclaiming Juneteenth or June 19th a national holiday. Witnessing the signing was Mrs. Opal Lee, who is known as the grandmother of Juneteenth. Ms. Lee never gave up. In 2016, Mrs. Lee, at the age of 89, a former teacher and a lifelong Juneteenth activist, walked 1,400 miles from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. in support of a Juneteenth federal holiday. Juneteenth demonstrates the value of never giving up hope in uncertain times. Last year, on June 19, 2021, almost all 50 states observed Juneteenth, with the exception of South Dakota. We are all called to be Opal Lees. We have to tell our story. We have to embrace our history. We have to fight for social justice, social, economic, and political equality, voting rights, family stability, health equities, and much more. Never give up. Opal Lee did not.